Welcome into the stream today. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to the fascinating world of binary options. And I'm in one single trade for 2.5 minutes. It looks kind of like a crazy idea, but I'm going to be telling you that we are in a new climb. This has got 2.5 minutes left. We're in a new climb right now. We are doing a new plan, and I'm going to see if this wins. If this wins, then I can make another trade. If this does not win, then I cannot make another trade. It looks like it completely went out of the money, but it is an uptrend and it has 2 minutes left. So this is possible that this could actually win. And this is exciting because we're doing a new plan, and I'm not sure. I think it's going to be called the Stone Cold Climb. And it is really a 2.5% martingale. This doesn't look good, but I still have 2 minutes. Okay, so I think what's happening is this is going up in 10 minutes and it's going to reach up to this level. So I really do think this could win. It's got a little bit of a stopping point right here, and that's where I took my trade, but I think it's going to break through. 1.5 minutes. I'm just not sure it's going to be long enough to break through that in 1.5 minutes, but I do think it's going to be going up here. So if I think I took a 3-minute trade. I'm going to bump this up to 5 minutes. I'm going to try to stick with my actual plan, but look at that, how the overall trend of this looks like it could be going up. 1:16. It looks like it's sort of consolidating here, but man, it does look like it wants to turn around. We have 1 minute left. Let's go back into the 10 seconds. Oh man, this is not good. Yeah, and I'm gonna follow the plan completely, stone cold climb. And if I lose this trade, then it's just gonna be it. I'm gonna lose this trade, and it'll be the first loss. And it's got 1 minute. Man, it really is looking slow. Unless it jumps up here. It's got 5 candles left. I guess it could. We'll just see what happens. It doesn't seem like it would be likely. I took this as sort of like a 30-second thing here. I don't think I can take another trade. Yeah, this one down here looks like it wants to pop up 3 candles. Let's see, and I'll explain why I even took this trade. Yeah, it looked like the 30-second chart was, when I took this trade, it looked like it was breaking through. The RSI was breaking through. It was totally breaking through. And that's going to be the first loss of the plan. So let's talk about the plan, because this is called the fascinating world of binary options. Stone cold climb. It's binary options 2024. I really actually believe this is going to work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the chart that I've made for this, and we're going to get right into this chart in just a minute here. Let's pull this up here. I'll pop this chart open. It's on a Google Sheet right now, and I got to get to it. I don't know why I went out of Google Sheets. I made a whole thing for you to look at today, and then it just sort of got out of whack. So basically what we're doing is we started with a $6.60 trade. We started with a $300 trading balance, and this date is I have to put the date in here, December 20th. So the first one was a loss. Okay, so I took a loss on the first one. Now basically my next trade is going to be 1485. That's going to be my next trade. Okay, and it's going to be a 2.25 martingale. That's what it's going to be, 2.25 martingale. And we have 5 chances. So we have to wait 2 hours to make our next trade. So it's 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. So before I go to work, or before I jump out and go up and run some errands at like noon, I can make one more trade, and it can be a 1485. So what we're actually looking for in this plan is a slow martingale. And we're going to take one win at a time. We can win as many as we can in a day. If we trade, as long as when we lose, we stop. So that's really what we're doing is we'll trade. If we take a loss, then we stop. Now, the way I've been trading on my other plan is sort of like when I take a loss, I would just make it up right there, and I would just kind of keep going, and I would try to reach for 2 or 3%. But this is a full 2.25 martingale, and the reason why we've always lost in the martingale is because of emotions. We get super emotional, and then we'll actually end up losing our account, because we'll make like stupid decisions. We'll look at the charts and we make some stupid decisions. So the next trade today is 1485. So I'm going to put this in here, 1485. Okay. So when I come back, I'm going to make that trade. And then when I come back in like an hour or two, and then basically we're going to have if I scroll down, I'm going to scroll down here to my starting trade gets to, after I win about a couple hundred wins. My puppy's here. Come here. Oh, after I win a couple hundred wins, let's say I can do this and I can keep going for about 100 wins. My trades will be about $100. They reach about $100 after 137 wins. And so every single win, I'm going to be making a daily increase of $92, and I could win a couple a day. So this, even after 100 wins, is going to be a pretty sustainable long-term income of $100 per win. And it will be, yes, we'll be risking our whole $5,000 account, which is why I really don't like the martingale. But this is a bonus test run on using the martingale over a long period of time. Todd keeps telling me he thinks that's the problem. And I do know in our trading over the last couple of years, we would just be doing great for like weeks or months at a time. And then one single night, we would just sort of get our butts handed to us. So what we've decided is we can martingale in a different kind of way. It's the same mathematical martingale. It's just one at a time. So that was my first loss. And had I went back in on this chart, had I went back in on this and thought, well, I'm just going to hit another trade because I think it's going up still. Look, this chart isn't going up. So it really had me confused. My analysis was wrong, and that's not bad. I thought that this was going to go up in the 10-minute chart. It went all the way up to here. It is in an uptrend. And so as I look at this, I think, well, of course it's going to go up. So I would have pushed this chart up. If I would have continued trading on this chart this morning, I would have probably taken another call. And yeah, I would have taken another call. It would have come down here, and I would have taken, this would have been my next call, and I would have lost that. I would have probably went down till it touched here, and it went up here, and then it would go down. It depends on how long. I probably would have lost this because it does look like it's actually going down now. Will it turn around and go back up? It might, and it possibly could. And over the next 20 minutes, it might. It does have precedent to go that high in this last 10 minutes. It's been that high in this last couple hours, and it looks like that's a very strong level. But maybe the level isn't there. Maybe this is the new level it's going to obey. Maybe where I took my call thinking it's going to reach above was the new level that it's not going to reach above. It doesn't matter. I made assumptions today in this chart that took a loss. Now, if I keep assuming and making assumptions on this chart today and take 2 or 3 more losses, I just really break down my odds of winning a trade because my assumptions have already been made. Now, you could say, well, I'll go ahead and change charts. I'll change charts and I'll just do it on a different chart. But sometimes the markets themselves tend to be doing something that's against my assumption. I think that the markets are trending, and I can look at it and say, yeah, I think they're going to break through these levels, and they're not doing that. And I've made assumptions as a trader. No matter what, I'm going to make an assumption that it's going to happen this way or that way. And so I feel like spreading the assumptions out over time, also taking the emotion way down. I want to take the emotions way down on this new trading strategy. It's called the Stone Cold Climb. In other words, I lost that trade. I didn't get worried. I didn't think, oh, I'm going to re-enter. I didn't start thinking, oh, I'm going to do this again and that. Oh, I'm going to double this up, or I'm going to save that trade. I just made the trade and it lost. And I was like, all right, lost. And I'm going to move on for my day. I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to do some other analysis trading, doing some other strategies or whatever. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to do whatever. I'm not going to try to make that up. In a couple hours, I'm going to come back and I'm going to make another assumption. And then I'm going to win or lose, and I'm going to do that. I have 5 chances. And typically, if you look at my trading strategy history, I'll typically win my first trade of the day. It's pretty easy, and that's one of Todd's premises is, hey, just win your first trade and be done. How we're going to do this, though, if we win, we're going to keep trading. So if I would have won that trade, I can look for another one. I can win 2. I can win 3. I could win 5. I could win 4. And sometimes And sometimes I do win 4. And then if I take a loss, I stop. And Bear, my dog, my puppy Bear is just really getting upset. What do you want to say to the people? What do you want to say? You want to say you want to get out? You say this episode has to be over. So this is what we're doing for the beginning of this session. Hey, Mario. Yeah. This is my wife's account. My other account, I'll be on live. I'll be on live on my other channel later this morning. This is actually my wife's trading account. All right, so we're going to end this session, and we're going to go out here, and we're going to do this completely new climb up, and we're going to see if we can make this happen. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a good night.